Did you know there are some secret SEO hacks that you can use with the Ghost blogging tool to help you get more visibility, skyrocket your views, and build your blog? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. In fact, we're going to jump right into it. One of my blogs runs on Ghost. This is Blogging Your Passion, and I've got hundreds of articles, get lots of traffic every single day. So let's get right into it. What are the 3 things that most people miss when they're blogging on Ghost that they don't use that's really hurting their search rankings? The first thing is to come in here to the settings, scroll down, and you want to come down here to metadata. Now, this is going to be blank if you don't utilize this, and this is unfortunate because it provides Google lots of information about your site. You can see a little bit what it looks like, the metadata title for my whole site, and the meta description. If we click on edit, this is where you're going to plug in your info. So you want to put maybe your brand and what it is that your site is all about. You want to keep it under 70 characters if possible. So mine's how to start a blog as an online business. Also, take a look at this meta description here, how to start a blog with your passion, monetize it. And I talk about content marketing, social media, email marketing, and more. Now you want to add in as many keywords of the things that you like to talk about. It's recommended to be up around 156 characters. So make sure that you do that, because if you don't, this is left blank and it doesn't give Google what your site's about. Once they understand what your site's about, you are going to begin to build authority from all your other articles that kind of fall under that. So it's really important that you do that. Most people, I work with a lot of bloggers, and when I get into their metadata, it's oftentimes completely blank. Or maybe it has their website brand name and that's it, no keywords. Don't make that mistake. All right, what is number 2? Number 2 is the meta area inside of each blog post. This also, it happens by default, but I see a lot of people making mistakes here, and I want to help you with that. So inside of Ghost, we're going to go into a blog post. Let's go into this one right here. And if you click on the sidebar over here on the side, it's going to pop this out. And you're going to want to scroll down until you get to the metadata section. That's this section right here that I'm talking about that we want to get into. So let's click on metadata. Now you got your meta title, your meta description, your canonical URL, and then there's one other thing that I'm going to show you we'll come back to. So the first thing you want to look at is your meta title. Now by default, it's going to be the title of your blog post, but you might want to tweak this. Why? Well, because if we scroll down here, you can see down here at the bottom, this is a preview for me of what my blog post will look like in Google. So if someone searches Rank IQ review, and this is what they're going to see. Is this attractive enough? Maybe I need to make it a little bit more attractive. I can do that with this meta title in the meta description. So not only do you want to have keywords in it, but you want to treat it like an ad, because other people are paying Google for running ads to get people to click over. You don't have to, my friend. If you do this correctly, you can rank in the search engines for free. So we want to make sure that this looks good. Very important. Follow these guidelines. Try to keep it, I would say, under 160 characters for the meta description. It says 145, and then 60 under that for the title. All right, the canonical URL, this is just saying this is an original article that was published here first. By default, it's going to use your URL by default. So you don't have to do a whole lot here. All right, but before I jump in and do 3 with a bonus tip, I got 4 actually, just thought of another one that I want to show you. How are you liking this so far? Are you enjoying content like this? If you are, would you take a minute to let me know? Hit the like button, and also consider subscribing to the channel and hit the bell notification so that you'll be notified anytime a new video drops. All right. So another section that is a big mistake, and I've made this mistake in the past. If we scroll back up here, it's this post URL. Now, by default, this is going to, they're going to create this based off your title that you put in here. and it's way too long. We don't want to do that. Let me see if I can give you an example of a draft that I haven't messed with yet. Let's see if we get into this one. You'll notice like this right here, my -12 income streams, writer, speaker, teacher, coach. That's way too long of a URL. We want to keep it short and snappy. The easiest example is to lean into your caveman personality, right? So if I were to use this as a caveman and I want to keep it like under 5 words, then my URL would be income streams, writer, teacher, speaker. Maybe add coach. So I might break the rule here with 6 words, but income streams, or maybe it's just income streams. I want to keep that short and snappy, right? So I want to take out any articles and any numbers because I may change that number in the future. And I definitely do not want to add in a date in my URL because that's going to change. So I would lean towards income streams or income streams, writer, teacher, speaker, coach. So I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I really try to keep it to 5. If I really have to go to 6, I would. Let me give you another example. How to scale coaching and speaking income fast in 2025. This is what I did. I have scale coaching, speaking, income. So that's best practices with URL. This does not come as default in Ghost. You need to do this yourself. Now you say, Jonathan, I've already been doing it the long way with all the long URLs. Should I go back and change them all? No, don't do that. That'll mess up with your whole links because if you're currently getting traffic, it's going to return an error, like a 404 error. Leave it as it is, but start developing this best practice moving forward. All right. So I've got one more that I want to share with you, and that is related to clusters. Now, clusters is an advanced SEO strategy, but I want to show it to you anyway. I've got my 15 main, what I would consider pillar posts. These are the big topics of my blog. And then if I expand these in my spreadsheet, these are all the related articles. So under email list building, I have lots of related articles, and all of these are linked together. This is how you create topical authority. Maybe I'll do a video on this. Just let me know in the comments if you want me to do a video on how I set these clusters up. But it's a way to take common related topics and you're interlinking them together. Now there's a cool feature inside of Ghost that can help you with this, and it's called an internal tag. So let me show you what it looks like. If I come over here to tags, you can see here I've got one that is called hashtag cluster start a blog, and these are in my cluster. Now, the reason why this is useful is because it allows me to quickly move in between these, interlink them if I want, or just understand and keep organized on the back end of what is inside of this cluster, start a blog cluster. Now, this one right here that has a star is my pillar post. And you can do this by clicking into it. Come over here, and first of all, let me talk about how to set up this internal tag. So come to the tag section and use hashtag. If you use a hashtag, that is considered an internal tag just for your internal use only. Will not show up publicly on your blog. You can see I've got some public tags that are my categories right here: manage your blog, market, monetize. Those are my public ones, but this is my internal tag. Okay, so you set up those internal tags. We come back over here. You can see that's how that is set up. So this helps me to stay organized, because if I interlink all of these, in this example, it's going to help me to boost the rankings of ranking for email list building, which is one of the areas that I'd love to rank for with this blog. So there you go. There are some SEO hacks. Make those best practices as you use Ghost. And by the way, if you are still getting comfortable with Ghost or still trying to figure out how to set it up, I did a complete playlist called my Getting Started mini course. It's all right here on my YouTube channel. And you can click right here, this video that's popping up, to jump into lesson 1, getting started with Ghost. We'll see you over in that video.